Um, can we now start the item analysis?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share my screen. I'll be sharing your second critical test. You will answer it one by one. Can you see my shared screen now?
Yes.
Okay, this is your second critical test. Test 1, wait, okay. Test 1A is a multiple choice question, right? So I will call you one by one to answer each question. I have only students here. 6, 7, 6, 12, 11 students. So I will call you one by one. You read the question and you answer the question. Right? Is that clear? Grade 7?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, please answer, Miguel. Miguel, broken mic, right? Number 1, Rhea.
Um,
Read the question and answer the question, Rhea.
these are organisms that has a primitive type of cell.
What do you think is the answer? Rhea? Rhea? Are you still with us? Are you still with me?
Yeah, is it B?
The answer is letter
B.
correct. Prokaryotes. Meaning pro means primitive. Okay. Number two, let's have Nicole. Nicole,
Nature.
read the question and answer.
These are organisms that has a true nucleus. A. Eukaryotes.
Correct. It's A, eukaryotes. Number three, let's have Hermoso.
It is a type of microscope which uses a laser light to scan samples that have been dyed. Um, letter B.
B,
Yes, sir.
is that correct? A type of microscope which uses laser light to scan samples that have been dyed. Simple microscope is just a magnifier. Okay? Again, simple microscope is just a magnifier. What do you think is the correct answer? Anybody? Anybody? Grade 7? Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is confocal microscope. Let me do it. Number 4, it's a type of microscope that are used to look at opaque objects or objects that are too large to be seen with a compound microscope, since they do not require the slide preparation. What do you think is the answer? Letter
B.
B.
A.
Am I cutting off? Am I cutting off? Grade 7?
No.
Okay. Wait. Let me check on the chat box. Okay. A, correct. Okay. It is stereo microscope. Now, stereo microscope is actually used, or you can see stereo microscopes in repair shops, in cell phone repair shops. They're using stereo microscopes. So they do not require slide preparation in order to, to view smaller objects or the specimens. These are a group of different organisms that work together to complete a series of tasks. Human organ system can be made of many different organs working together. It is called, anybody? These are groups of organisms of different organs that work together to complete a series of tasks. It is called, the answer is there
Organ system.
already. Organ system, correct. It's organ system. These are groups of similar types of cells that work together to carry out specific tasks. It is, do you think is the answer? It is, do you think is the answer? Anybody? Anybody can give me the answer? It's correct. Letter C, tissues. Okay, it's tissues because if you group cells, it will form tissues.
To what number?
Okay. Number 7, it is a type of microscope which uses laser light. It scan samples. You already answered this one. This is confocal. It uses electrons rather than light image formation. Samples are scanned in a vacuum, meaning there's no medium, or near vacuum conditions. So they may be specifically prepared by first undergoing dehydration and being coated with a thin layer of conducive material such as gold. So what do you think is the answer? Transmission electron microscope, scanning, or binocular? The answer is letter B, correct. Scanning electron microscope. Okay, scanning electron microscope. It is generally considered as the first microscope. It is what? It is B, simple microscope. So this is just a magnifier. Okay, simple microscope is just a magnifier. These are groups of different tissues working together to perform a particular job. If you group tissues, it will form organs. Correct. Letter B, organs. Okay. For test 1B, you're asked to identify the terminologies being described in each statement. Okay. So number 11, it is commonly referred to as sacks of enzymes. If it is sacks of enzymes, it is stating is the answer. Sacks of enzymes. Grade 7, are you still with me? Sacks of enzymes. What do you think is the answer? It is sacks of enzymes. It is lysosome. Okay? Lysosome. Lysosome contains enzymes, digestive enzymes. It is chiefly composed of cellulose fibers. It is what? It is chiefly composed of cellulose fibers. It is anybody? Cellulose fibers, cell wall. Correct. It is cell wall. It is commonly referred to as sexual. We answered this already. These are cylindrical organelles found in most eukaryotic cells. They contain tube-shaped molecules. Again, these are cylindrical organelles that found in most eukaryotic cells. What do you think is the answer? The answer is Are you still with me? Grade 7. It is centrioles. Again, centrioles. They're actively involved in the manufacturing, storage, as well as transportation of products from the ER. What do you think is the answer? It is Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus. It is composed of protoplasm in which the other organelles are suspended. It is called what? Cytoplasm. Again, number 16 is cytoplasm. It is the storehouse of genetic information formed DNA inside the cell. What do you think is the answer? Number 16? And number 17, rather. It is the storehouse of genetic information. It is called, if it is storehouse of genetic information in the form of DNA, it is nucleus. And number 17 is nucleus, correct. Number 18 is considered as the powerhouse of the cell. It is powerhouse of the cell. It is mitochondria. Mitochondria. Number 19, it contains pigment called chlorophyll that captures energy from sunlight for photosynthesis. If it contains chlorophyll, it is called as what? Chloroplast. Yes, under plastid. It is a chloroplast. It is an organelle that encapsulates the content of the cell, is made up to two layers of phospholipids or phospholipids bilayer. What do you think is the answer? The one who encapsulates the cell or covers the cell. It is any answer? That is plasma membrane or cellular membrane. These are tiny organelles that contain RNA and specific proteins for within the cytoplasm. They are directly involved in the manufacturing or manufacture of proteins by their RNA and amino acids. Again, these are organelles that contain RNA specific proteins within the cytoplasm. They are involved in the manufacturing of proteins, meaning this is the protein factory of the cell. What do you think is the answer? If it is protein factory of the cell, it is ribosomes. Again, it is ribosomes because it is protein factory of the cell. It helps maintain the shape of the cell while also ensuring its elasticity. It's also involved in anchoring or anchorage, anchoring of the nucleus, and supporting cell contents. It is cytoskeleton. Again, cytoskeleton. It involves in the synthesis of lipids and carbohydrates that are used to build the cell membrane. Again, it involves the synthesis of lipids and carbohydrates that used to build the cell. But it is the answer. What do you think is the answer? It is smooth endoplasmic reticulum or smooth ER or smooth ER. It is involved in the production of antibodies, insulin, as well as the transportation of proteins from the smooth ER. It is rough endoplasmic reticulum or rough ER. They are primarily involved in the production and storage of pigments, carotenoids. These pigments are involved in absorbing light as well as protecting chlorophyll in some parts of the plant. It is grade 7. If it is carotenoid, it is chromoplast. If it is carotenoid, it is chromoplast. He focused his interest in study of plant cells. We are actually going back to the cell theory. He focused his interest in the study of plant cell. If it is plant cell, he is what? He is Matthias Jacob Sladen. He is a German botanist. He examined the animal cells in 1839, followed by Jacob in 1839. We have Theodore Swan. Again, Theodore Swan. He proposed a third tenet of the cell theory, stating that all cells come from other cells to the process of cell division. He is third tenet, Rodolph Karl Virchow. Again, Rodolph Karl Virchow. Number 29. It is a subcellular structure that has one or more specific jobs to perform in a cell, much like an organ does in the body. It is, yes, organelle, correct, organelle. Number 30. It is an instrument used to see objects that are too small to be seen by the naked eye. Number 30. It is an instrument used to see objects that are too small to be seen by the naked eye. It is microscope or microscopes. Okay. We will have the test 2A, test 2B, and test 2C by next meeting. Again, I cannot guarantee that I can give chances or chance now for the second periodical test since we already started um, checking or we already started the item analysis for your second periodical test. Again, I already given you chances and no one actually contact me or inform me if they still didn't take the exam. So I presume that everybody already taken the exam, right? Let's have again the continuation by next meeting. I think that will be all for today, grade 7. Thank you for your participation. Those who answered, yes, you'll be graded accordingly. Again, those who answered orally will be given grades accordingly. I will give extra points for them. I think that will be all for today. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Chair.
Bye bye.